Live. What's up, everybody? It's Mr. Drew here to welcome you to another episode of the Glowczewski Experience. This is going to be episode 194. We're going to continue the character concepts, much like these pencil drawings that I did in the previous episode. Just going to continue that. I don't know, maybe I'll just do another two squares. Maybe I'll fill up all three, make this one a little bit longer. Who knows? Never know what's going to happen. These things are never planned out, but you know how it is. I remember I couldn't tell you how long ago I was like, I should probably do all my plugs in the beginning of these videos because I don't know how many people are catching the ends of these things. Um, so, in lieu of that, I'm going to try to do better at that, and yeah, it'll go a little something like this, and hopefully down the line it'll get a whole lot better. But I just want to thank everyone who watches these things here on Twitch. Today's date is July 9th, Friday, July 9th. So if you're catching this on YouTube, you're catching backlog episodes. If you want to catch these things live, maybe even participate live, yeah, man, catch me on Twitch, Mr. Joe on Twitch. Um, Other than that, I'm also, if you don't have or want the Twitch channel or whatever, a Twitch uh, page, then you can catch these things on Patreon as well. If you care to join my Patreon, support me, help me out in whatever ways. You can get commissions for me starting at $3 all the way up to $30 a month, and you get all these like super bombastic art pieces. This is obviously really small, and $3 a month gets you, I believe it's what, a 4x6 and a 5x7 character portrait. You get two of them annually for $3 a month, all the way to $30 a month, which you get like something really big, like poster size stuff, basically. I think it's like 20 by 30 or something like that. Um, Either way, check me out on Patreon if you want to catch these episodes there, or if you just want character art or character portraits from me, I'm on. You could do that through Patreon or Fiverr. Mr. Drew on both of those like that. And what else? Yeah, man. Just Mr. Drew everywhere else. Instagram, Twitter. You know, follow, likes, and subscribes. Any and all support is appreciated. But other than that, let's get into it, man. It's what do I have? I have Hello Future Me on YouTube. Let me adjust this camera so we can get started. Let's see what I'm working on today. Okay. Sorry, bumping the camera here. Alright, so yeah, we got the leather jacket. Any other jacket. Cool. So, yeah, I got a Hello Future Me playing in the background. And he's just talking about world building, mountains, and fantasy maps. I love this channel on YouTube. Guy's super informational. I bought his book in support, all that stuff. So
dark ones, snowy ones, lonely ones, candy ones, splash ones. Let's talk about three types of mountain city, mountain civilizations, and why environmental determinism is bad world building. And hey, Poppy! And now that I've got your attention, it's great we're talking world building because Campfire Blaze, a platform designed for writing and world building, is sponsoring today's video. And I'll make you an offer you can't refuse. You click that link for me, you get Campfire. Do me a favor, because it'd be a shame if something happened because you didn't have Campfire. But I'll just take any sponsor. I haven't done one in ages. This one's good. And you even get 20% off. That's right, 20% with every lifetime purchase with my code. So do it. Do it now. Go on. Part 1. Three types of mountain city. Mountain ranges regularly become national borders, partly because we don't typically build and live in mountains that much. They're a natural stopping point for civilization. Look at this map of territories during Japan's Sengoku period and this map of Japan's mountains. It matches up pretty well. And a lot of world builders use natural barriers like mountains and rivers to mark out their national borders in their world. Lee Baidugo's Shadow of Bone series features a massive mountain range between Ravka and Shuhan that keeps the stronger Ravka force at bay. But I want to look at three reasons why that is. 1. Mountains are a natural buffer against even larger armies. 2. Even if they are conquered, exerting force across mountain ranges and maintaining control there is harder afterwards. And 3, Because travel is a lot more limited across mountain ranges than flatlands, cultural exchange is typically rarer. Shared history and culture is part of the reason that nations form, a shared identity. The mountains inhabit much of that sharing, travel, trade, and families intermarrying. The Great Mountains of Dawn mark the tense border between the Martells and the Tyrells of the Reach, and the mountains made it immensely easier for the smaller Dornish to defend against the much larger Tyrells. But more importantly, Dorne is also very culturally distinct from the rest of Westeros, partly because the Red Mountains have made it so much harder for the small folk to intermarry, that trading with Dorne is more expensive, and travel is much harder and rarer. It's not impossible, you can go by ship, but this is partly why the Dornish are known for delicacies like peppers and oranges. Only the rich can afford to get things from Dorne. So you're not just looking for any mountains, but mountains that make travel, trade, and control harder, that are difficult to expand into. I mean, building and living in mountains is difficult, expensive, and often inhospitable for us. We might build fortresses in the mountains because of their defensive capabilities, but we do tend to build cities where there are flatlands for farming, rivers for water. So let's talk through 3 exceptions you might consider for your world. The first one is this. What does Park City, Utah, Lustrum from the game Sunless Skies, Queenstown, New Zealand, Whistler, Canada, Chongqing, China, Markarth from Skyrim, and
Chongqing.
in Peru
Oh
all have in
man.
common? They're all resource towns. Wood, gold, salt, iron, silver, magic crystals, who knows? Set up to harvest valuable resources in the mountains, a population drawn to that, and an economy that depends on it, or at least used to depend on it. The mountain village of Lustrum in the game Sunless Skies only began to flourish and
There we
grow
go.
once a
That's what I
crystal
needed.
capable of manipulating time could be mined there. There are sayings about it. Lustrum, where you can spend all your hours suffering in hopes of finding more. What's the relationship that your resource town has with the resource they're known for? Slogans, special items that every family has, or is it a source of pride or shame? But these towns also tend to boom and bust as these resources are discovered, their population explodes, and then they dry up. They need something to sustain them afterwards. Park City, Utah declined to just 25% of its population after the price of silver collapsed in the 1950s and the mine was running out, till it slowly transformed itself into a mountain tourist destination, which is a common pattern, by the way, nowadays. Which is also why we're going to have Graham the Wizard who likes cats venturing into this mountain range, where he encounters a ghost town that used to mine the mysterious mineral unobtainium, a valuable magical crystal that has long since run out, with only a small remnant of the old community left behind now. They view the mine as a source of shame for themselves, that they ruined the environment, the beautiful place they had, just for a little bit of money. Secondly, they can be trade route towns. Innsbruck, Austria, Nagano, Japan, Deepden in Westeros, Kathmandu, Nepal, Tarku in Avatar, they're all positioned along key trade routes across mountains. Given the difficulty of traversing mountain ranges, those same paths tend to be used over and over again, and that traffic creates a hub for people, wealth, and resources. Kathmandu has always been an important trade route between India and China, while Innsbruck has managed a key mountain pass between Italy and Germany, one of the few bridges between the north and south of Europe and the Mediterranean. And because trade and travel tends to be more reliable than resources that do run out, these cities tend to be larger, longer lasting, their economies more varied, with higher standards of cost and living. Trade route towns grow as the importance of that trade route grows or declines. After all, Innsbruck has been consistently inhabited for hundreds of years now. It's also worth noting that resource towns tend to attract a working class population to extract the resource, while trade route towns will attract a merchant or upper class, not exclusively, but they will have demographic differences. Minas Tirith was originally set up to guard against the tribes of the Gondorian mountains to the south. It grew only as those tensions went away and people migrated away from Osgiliath, a nearby city. The third common mountain settlement are ones based around sites of religious or cultural importance. Segmoritz in Switzerland, Mashhad in Iran, Mother's Heart in Horizon Zero Dawn, Ujiyamata, Japan. They're all places that, at least initially, grew in part because of their religious or cultural importance. Pilgrimages, tourism, cultural festivals make it a center of population. Horizon Zero Dawn actually has some really damn good world building. The Nora tribe is theocratic and matriarchal. Its women lead it. The population has always naturally gravitated to centers of power, and the writers integrated that political structure in this society with the geography. A village in this matriarchal theocratic society would naturally spring up around a religious site. In their case, the mountain temple where the matriarchs commune with their goddess. But when we're building mountain settlements, don't just think about where trade routes, resources, and religious sites are now, but where they have been historically. The ruined mountain city of Targu was built along the major trade route between the West and Eastern Earth Kingdoms in the last Airbender. But that trade route died when the Fire Nation attacked and established colonies in the West. Very few people returned to the city after its destruction and the loss of this trade route. So when looking at these towns, ask yourself about the state that they're in. Have the resources run out, or have they just been discovered? Is the religion was built around growing or declining? Are there even better trade routes now so that people don't pass through it as much? All of these will shape how the city looks and feels to the reader, dying or thriving. But hold up. Let's take a step back and question the assumptions we're making here with this kind of world building. We get our food from flatlands, and we cannot as easily survive in colder temperatures. But that's not necessarily true in fiction. Adrian Tchaikovsky's Children of Time is one of the best science fiction books I've read in ages.
Oh, sorry, I gotta grab my coffee. I'm gonna do my drink with my left hand, draw with my right hand trick.
Huge forests or the rocky crags of mountains that weave their web homes, which is why one of the few major cities listed in the book is Burning Mountain. They also eat insects which thrive in sheltered, ecologically diverse areas, not flatlands which we use to herd. Lastly, they can travel mountains in ways that we can't, making cultural exchange and trade a lot easier, and mountains are less likely to act as borders. Many of the most valuable materials in our world are also found in mountains. Gold, silver, metal. But what if this isn't the case? In Frank Herbert's Dune series, the most valuable resource in the entire universe
Spice
is melange.
melange.
Spice, found only on the desert planet of Arrakis. But despite gold also being found in plenty of these deserts, the settlements on the planet are set up around melange deposits. Mountains prevent cultural exchange for us because we have to travel by land. But the Florian starbound reproduce via pollination carried by the wind over the mountains, and that would make long-distance cultural and racial integration a lot easier. Orson Scott Card's Ender's Game involves a species of hive mind aliens called the Formax, with a shared telepathic connection that makes linguistic exchange easier. Mountains don't get in the way. Mountains make for great fortresses for us, but what if trees are the biggest, most defensible structures in your world? They might just hollow them out instead. There are just so many ways that these things that apply to us right now wouldn't apply to your characters and your world in science fiction and fantasy. Consider finding something that might change how your civilizations relate to the mountains around them. Biological, magical, technological, who knows? That might make your world more unique. Because Graham the Wizard who likes cats, he inhabits a world that has long had portals, meaning the cultural exchange over distance across the mountains has never really been a problem. Part 2. Mountain civilizations. Mountains have historically played important roles in guerrilla warfare, and mountainous regions are notoriously hard to control. In world building the continent of Tamriel, the world of the Elder Scrolls, the writers marked out High Rock as one of the most culturally independent provinces in the Empire, resisting integration, partly because of the huge mountains that make accessing it difficult and cultural exchange uncommon. It's a good point. If marking out a colonial empire or kingdom, ask how the state deals with mountainous regions. Do they grant them more autonomy, or do they simply keep letting them rebel and put them down every so often? Worked for those pesky Scots, didn't it? Especially if there's a big population hidden in the mountains themselves. Countries closed in by mountains but open to the sea will often become seafaring traders because it's simply cheaper and easier to trade and travel that way. Environments affect culture, language, diet, even political institutions. There's a Tibetan saying, apparently, that a hill of slate and a hill of grass are two different hills. That's to say some things are hard but still useful, like a grass hill can be a pasture. A river-based civilization might say, though, a river with fish and a river without fish are two different rivers. How does their mountain environment affect the metaphors, the analogies that they would use? This is also a really good way to differentiate how characters speak. This kind of language will differ depending on their culture, and our natural environment is something we draw from a lot. So a very common trope amongst mountainous religions is the importance of the sun deity. The Incan religion was even called the cult of the sun. The Ethiopian Yucca people believe that their god Nai rests upon Mount Kenya and embodies all things required to life, especially the sun. Mountains are also commonly the home of the gods, a divine sight, and that's in fiction too, just as much in real life. Dunman Feston and Terry Pratchett's Discworld is one of them. This is why festivals about the return of the day, or the equinox, or the coming of spring, where the sun comes back, take on even greater importance the colder the society gets in our world, especially if they're up in the middle of the mountains. But again, let's question the assumptions that we're making here. The sky became so important because the things that we need, light, warmth, water, all seem to come from the sky. And they're even more important in cold, frozen mountains. To return to our Dune example, the Fremen imagine the sandworms as the embodiment of their god because the sandworms are essential to creating the spice melange that makes up an important part of their diet. It doesn't rain on Arrakis, so they don't really connect the sky to the divine but to the earth. Our reverence for mountain peaks speak to how we view up there as divine, but what physical space do your religions associate with life, love, death, or justice? Herd animals tend to be important in mountain societies because wheat, barley, and rice are harder to grow at higher altitudes. But what if food actually grows more easily on mountains in your world? A special kind of fungus or something? Or maybe the flatlands are even more prone to disasters like the vicious high storms in Sanderson's Stormlight archives that ravage the landscape, meaning that a city is hidden away in the canyons and mountains, kind of like the Wraith are actually safer, allowing civilization to more easily develop there. Mountain ranges also often divide the land geographically into wetter and drier areas, with rain coming more often from one side. The result is fertile basins form on one side of the mountain range. When I drive across New Zealand's Southern Alps, there is a distinct moment where we go from lush green rainforest to yellow tussock. Depending on which side your mountain people live, their lives will be drastically different. It may be easier, or they might have more diverse diets, or harsher winters. Think about what they'll eat. Part 3. Environmental determinism is bad world building. It's very easy to look at a mountain civilization and go, hey, well, they live in the mountains, so they must love goats and rocks and Mountain Dew. But civilizations are always more complicated than their environment. Social structures, religious ideas, agricultural practices, hierarchies will not only carry over from our past that may have nothing to do with the mountains, but will be influenced by thousands of other things. The wars we fight, the important moments in our history, the aspirations we have, the relations we have with other civilizations around us, the individual personalities of your people. And in the world of Grey and Wizard Who Likes Cats, coming to the end of his journey across these mountains, he meets a civilization of cat worshippers. But to them, they just think that cats are myths because long ago they migrated from a hot flatland region where cats lived, and then they moved to the mountains where they
How am I supposed to change lead one-handed?
who loves cats. It tells them of the magical tales of the cats he has. I use campfire in today's video to show you just a few of the things that it can do. Pages for mountain ranges, empires,
There we go.
resources, legendary items, maps.
Of course I would run out of lead.
So no more of this, oh, I don't know how to think deeply about my world and story. Try it at the link down below for free right now for me. Bada bing, bada boom, all your problems are solved. Swim with the fishes, which you can world build a page for in Campfire anyway. And remember, you get 20% off. That's right, 20 whole badingas. The Campfire profiles are brilliant. I like how you can pin anything on your map. I like the details that Campfire encourages you to give your locations or magic system. It gets you asking questions about the world building you are already doing. Come here. Come on, a little closer. Okay, too close. Check it out, because you know what? The story's worth it. Go on. And now, of course, the summary. Firstly, mountain ranges often form borders and prevent cultural, economic, and linguistic exchange through isolation. As such, civilizations there may be more distinct from their neighbors than you might expect. Mountains are ideal for guerrilla warfare and rebellion. How does the state deal with this? Secondly, mountain settlements tend to come in 3 varieties. Towns built to extract rare mountain resources, trade towns along vital mountain passes that act as trade routes. These tend to be wealthier and more culturally diverse, and towns based around sites of religious or cultural importance. Thirdly, question the assumptions you're making. Principles and rules that apply to our human civilization in this world will not apply to aliens or humans with a vastly different array of resources, capacities, and environments in a fantastical world. Find a way to change how your world and people relate to mountains. Fourthly, environmental determinism is not a good way to build a civilization. Find answers to questions without resorting to how their environment decides for them. And stay nerdy, because Willow and I, we will see you in the future.
Yeah, see, that guy goes in on he goes in on a whole bunch of storytelling stuff. So I think I found his channel because he does a whole lot of work on like um Avatar: The Last Airbender. I still say that's probably one of the best or it's obviously one of the best cartoons ever made. I have a hard time finding cartoons since then that like do it better, you know. In a world post Avatar: The Last Airbender where, it seems like everybody kind of wants to try to recreate that for obvious reasons. So I found his channel just looking up stuff like that, and when he starts breaking things down and why they're so they're so good. It becomes like a no-brainer. So yeah, with everything that I'm working on, like even like these characters and everything, like I'm putting so much work into it, and spending so much time with things just because the last thing that I want, which I'm sure is still gonna happen, but I think like by doing all this work, it's gonna happen less so. The last thing I want to happen is like to have like inconsistencies or things that I'll have to double back on, or finding like excuses on why something happened here but not there, and then like not having like thought about it or pre-planned it or anything like that. I could have just went in and started telling the story because I've already mapped it out and everything. I could have just like jumped ahead and started writing scripts and said I'll figure out the character designs as I go, and the world building as I go, and even the world map and everything else that I've created. Oh, I'll just figure all that out as I go. But uh, it's just not what I wanted to do. So yeah, I went in there. I bought his book. I read through it just like bit by bit. He has a book on Amazon you can buy. I bought the Kindle version. I don't know. Yeah, he does have hard copies. I have so many books as it is, so it's like anytime I could just buy something real quick and like one support YouTubers that I enjoy, um, and who definitely helped me out. Other than just the support part, it's like get the Kindle stuff, and I barely ever read Kindle. I have like a few books on Kindle. It's just hard. Like it's easier for me to just read a regular book. Um, but I'd be afraid that I may never read, his. So I just haven't found a way for Kindle to fit into my life. On a grander scale, or just more regularly. But yeah, that's that guy's Hello Future Me, and he has a ton of videos on stuff. I actually don't know why, but like YouTube stopped like showing his stuff on my channel, or like on things for me to watch, and then I was like one day like what is this guy up to? Like sometimes people just take a break and stop posting stuff, so I thought maybe that's what had happened, but no, he never stopped posting, so it was just YouTube like not showing me his videos. So I had to go and adjust the algorithm, start watching his stuff again so that way. This thing is turning out to be Struggle City over here. No, this is a bad idea. I should probably just stick to like standing. But this isn't bad. Just to get the fighting stance or whatever. What do I got next? Superman and Lois, the perfect modern Superman.
Noon. Ms. Lane?
The Superman and Lois show that no one's watching.
Hey, how you doing?
Ah.
We really do live in a society. We live in the age of grounded, cynical cave shit, where sincerity is too often tossed aside, where everything has to be filled with meta jokes that let us know how goofy this all is, or everything has to be so dark, biblical, and violent that we must take it all so seriously. It's all a postmodern construction that pokes fun at the foundations, or a deconstruction that challenges the notion of heroism. We live in the goddamn age of countless CW kids cable shows. Shows which started so sincere, so cool, so unique, filled with such heart, so much so that they kickstarted the entire superhero television boom. Going stale like a breakfast cereal you used to adore as a child, but can't stand the sight, can't bear the smell, can't fathom the thought of now. What was beautiful is now a meme. What was groundbreaking went out with a fizzle. What was supported with the utmost care is now seemingly executed carelessly. And perhaps most tragic, we live in an age where WB is so scared of Superman, so scared of pretty much any character other than Batman, that we haven't gotten a solo Superman adaptation in almost a decade. The greatest, kindest, most giving, and most loving hero of all seemingly doesn't have a place in our modern world. How far have we really come?
It's not that he doesn't have a place, it's just people are too scared. The people in charge are too scared to do something with him. Fear. The fear. You know, people with money just have to grow some balls.
In a few weeks' time could be as dated as the notion of the depth. The series could go straight from the beautiful frozen fortress right into stanky hot. But listen, it's been a rough month filled with drastic life changes, the death of my soul, and the birth of a new outlook. The one consistent, the one constant has always been and will always be my love of fictional individuals, inspiring icons, beautifully selfless monuments who just want to do the right thing. And boy, oh boy, Gerard be damned, the planet Krypton can be exploding. Do I just really want to talk about? But first, I'd like to take a super quick moment to give a big old thanks to the sponsor of this video.
Of course.
Noom is a new...
Let's skip the sponsors, please.
Me when I say that things can get horrendously tricky, which is why I love that Noom has personal goal specialists trained in psychology, fitness, and nutrition to help more comfortable in my own skin. Clothes fit better, I'm less stressed, I got more energy, and frankly, I no longer feel like my body runs off motor oil and deep-rooted self-hatred. The point is, now is the perfect time to take your free 30-second quiz using the link found in the description or the pinned comment of this video. It only takes 30 damn seconds to take the damn quiz, and it helps create a custom plan tailored to you, so I highly recommend trying it out to live a healthier lifestyle with Noom today. Thanks, guys. Frankly, forthcomingly, I must be honest. I must tell the truth that you all already know to be true. I was never a man who was a fan of Zack Snyder's Superman. There was a time in my life when I was a younger, angrier lad, a time when I really just despised about everything that was being done with Superman on the big screen, and a time when I couldn't separate, when I didn't have the empathy to separate faithful rendition from one's polarizing artistic vision. And at that time, I was so desperately longing for anything that felt close to my idea of what Superman could and should be. Monday, October 10th, 2016. I can taste it like it was yesterday. I sat my ass down knowing Superman was going to show up on Supergirl. I sat my ass down anticipating anything that wasn't a twisted neck or an emotionally distant, depressed wreck. I sat my fat ass down and saw Tyler Eklund and Supergirl's take on the Man of Tomorrow burst onto the scene with a lickety split and a glorious shirt rip. I saw him come in and shake hands with everyone, be a complete dork, a naive optimist, a smiling friend. I saw him come in and just feel like the Superman I had looked up to my entire life. It was quite the experience, and I still feel the phantom pain of the massive grin I had on my acne-riddled face. But could that last? I mean, really. As time went on, the novelty of a suit that wasn't Snyder's faded. The shows became less and less engaging, and his appearances never held the weight of that first bright, shining moment. Did I only adore this take because I dreaded the other? Maybe the cameos, the supporting roles was all Superman ever really could be. Let me ask you something. Were you excited for Superman and Lois? I mean, before the trailer, was there hype? Was there belief in a
Saw the Fat Man on Batman interview, which is cool.
Like me, I think most people have the same trepidation, the same question the creators must have. Is there even a story to tell? And the answer to that daunting
Of course there is.
question was surprisingly pretty simple. They could have started fresh, retold the origin, spent 5 overly long seasons explaining how and why Clark and Lois fell in love. They could have looked to the past, but instead they looked forward and told the simplest, most genuine, honest story they could. The story of a Superman who has a family. Now, right off the bat, let me just say that this show is revolutionary in its craft, in its filmmaking.
Man, you know, but before I let that video continue, I just wanted to say, like, let me chug this coffee. Okay, so back to two hands. Look at this. Oh, look. Two hands. So, I remember, and I probably talked about this before, but something that struck me and has never stopped striking me and until I write my Superman story is the Ip Man quadrilogy now. The Donnie Yen Ip Man, where he's well, yeah, Donnie Yen plays Ip Man, the Wing Chun master. Yeah, those kung fu movies. So I forget what I was watching, but whatever it was, they had brought up how Ip Man's story is very much like a Superman story. You know, you have this unbeatable guy, and what fun is it to tell the unbeatable guy story, you know? So what story do you tell in order to make this unbeatable guy, you know, entertaining? And that's the thing when it comes to Superman. That's the whole thing of why people don't make the movies or whatever. It's just like, you know, it's everything that this guy on this video is saying here. He's like, oh, is there any stories to tell? Is there whatever? And, you know, can you even do it? Is a video game possible? Like, all these things. And it's like, of course, all that stuff is possible. Superman is just another character, just as anybody else. You know, he has things that he has to overcome, hence the reason why he is Superman. You know, you have so many people. He's been around the longest. He's the original superhero, so he has a lot of stories, and a lot of people have tackled him. And over the years, he's overcome so many things that it's like, Jesus, is there anything else for him to overcome? And it's like, of course there is. You could tell the same story just from a different angle, and you know, you have something right there. Or you can, whatever. But going back to the Ip Man thing, what made the Ip Man stories so good and why those movies are so great, it's because of the story outside of Ip Man and of Ip Man's family. His marriage, his sick wife, his country, his countrymen, everything else that isn't Ip Man, because we know Ip Man can Wing Chun his way through anybody and everybody. He'll punch cancer in the face. You know, he'll fly around the planet in reverse and reverse time to undo death or whatever it is, like you know, to undo disaster. Like we get it. But the story, what's going to make the story compelling is everything around him, and having to balance all that, and to see everyone struggling around him and having to play the hero for them in a way that doesn't ruin things for himself. How to save the planet and save the woman that he loves. You know, the thing, isn't that what they did with Spider-Man? You know, hey, you have a school bus full of children on this side, and then you got Mary Jane on the other side. And it's like, all right, choose one, blah dow. And, you know, it puts, like, it raises the stakes on things when you include the world around them. And, you know, it's up to the writer whether or not they save both or save one at the cost of the other. You know what I mean? In the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies, yeah, he got to save the girl and he got to save the children, I believe. And, you know, in the Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew Garfield, he went to go save the girl, but he was too late. And, you know, spoiler alert, Gwen Stacy died in that movie. And I think, you know, what they wanted to go for was just for a different story. It's the same story. We're just going to tell it differently, how it goes elsewhere, and then how the character progresses with it, you know, moves forward with that difference, making it a different story, making it more entertaining. You know what? He didn't save the girl this time. And yeah, man, it's that's what it is with Ip Man. You know, with the country being ran by Japan, and, you know, this martial arts master who's challenging all of China's, you know, martial arts and taking their honor and things like that. So you have the country at peril, you have honor at peril, and then his, you know, with everything happening and, you know, everyone's getting sick because health is declining because you're overran. You don't have the freedom to have doctors and stuff. The doctors are probably either dead or taken by the enemy and helping the enemy out. So, you know, now you have no medicine and your wife is dying. Lois Lane is dying. It's like, holy shit. What does Superman do when Lois Lane is dying? He can't just pick her up off her feet, fly her through the sky. Hell, that might even decline her health even more. It's like, these are the stories that you tell. What do you do? What do you do when Superman can't go to the grocery store? Holy shit. You know. Either way, that's... You just have to tell the story in a way to get the human element out. Get the non-Superman part out. And I remember watching the Fat Man Beyond. Do I want to do another one? Yeah, I want to do another one. So I'm watching Fat Man Beyond, and yeah, he had the guy playing Superman on, and they were interviewing him, and he was talking about this Superman and Lois stuff, and I remember that. And the way that he talked about it was like, yeah, it sounds interesting. I don't have cable, so I can't watch this stuff, but you know, I thought it sounded interesting, so that's kind of why I'm watching this. High Top Films on YouTube doing Superman and Lois. and I guess he's talking about episodes 1 through 11. I don't know if that's the whole first season or something, or maybe it's half the season. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But yeah, all these questions that he's asking at the front end of this video kind of make sense. Um, and yeah, me personally, I'm a Zack Snyder fan. So, you know, I agree with or yeah, I don't know why the guy gets so much flack. Honestly, I don't know what that's about. Like, I don't see why what he does is any different from what any other person does when they go to create something. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say everyone's perfect, but everyone has their interpretations, and they're allowed to have them. And you know, do I think Zack Snyder's Superman is perfect? By no means, no, but I don't hate it at all. I really enjoy it. And I think it's just another interpretation. It's another brick in the building of the structure that is Superman. Like, you know, how come no one's like tripping over Red Sun or any of all these other stories that anybody else ever told of, like, you know, Superman in Russia. Superman was never in Russia. Like Superman doesn't look sad all the time. Like who cares? Like this is what this person's telling. So I don't know how much of it is like an attack on Zack Snyder and how much of it is like an honest, like, you know, not just a not my Superman moment, but like an honest, like, no, you really did bastardize Superman and you took away everything that he is. I never got that from the Zack Snyder Superman stuff, and would honestly like to see more. I want to see his story uh, fulfilled because there's certainly more to it. So it can't be that bad if I want to actually see it play out. Um, so yeah, I don't know. With that said, I just wanted to talk about how the Ip Man story and the Superman story is, or how to tell a Superman story is to tell about all the other human elements. Unless you're gonna tell the story of like before he became like the unstoppable. You know what I mean? It, you know, we're not talking about old Superman who like has kind of gone through everything, but we're talking about like young Superman who still has to learn stuff and he hasn't learned the stuff yet, like Batman Year One doing Superman Year One type stuff. Okay, like, yeah, I guess you could tell them that, but it's like, okay, of course he's gonna learn to fly. Of course he's gonna learn all these things that we already know. So moving forward from that and telling the old grizzled Superman story where he's experienced everything, which ones are the most exciting? Like, personally, I really like the All-Star Superman things. The All-Star Superman comic series. Who is it by? Grant Morrison, I believe. And yeah, because it just dove into the science fiction element of it. It dove into how he's a um, you know, he's older, he's dying, and you know, he's trying to set up his basically his life insurance for everything moving forward, not just himself, but like Lois Lane and future Superman and like everything that um yeah, I just really like how they dive into the science fiction aspect, which is another thing that I'm like, man, I don't know why they don't do that more often. Diving into the why they don't dive into the science aspect of it. Him out in space, him dealing with aliens, him, you know, saving other planets, him, you know, doing all these other things. Like there's just so much that you can tell that hasn't been told like on the big screen. And it's like, you know, again, I don't know if it's like fear because the people with the money don't, they don't know about all that stuff. So they don't know how good all that stuff is. So they must just assume that it's bad or something. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Oh, let me.
Arrow hell, Smallville has the filmmaking and storytelling felt so tight, felt so filled with care. The blocking has purpose, the lighting is dynamic. There's a style, a sense of vision, and a passion behind the scenes. Does it get me off visually like Daredevil? Does it visually do it for me as much as Daredevil or Gotham? Is the writing free from the curse of 35-year-olds writing trendy 15-year-olds? Does it have Mickey Plus levels of production value? Nah. But is this a huge leap forward? A huge leap that avoids the standard tropes of the CW cable programming, avoids the room full of techie men and women slamming their fingers down on keyboards while spouting exposition, avoids the will they won't they couples, and instead has two strong leads that are there for each other, support each other, and aren't a complete eroding toxic mess of drama? Yes. Superman and Lois is shockingly radical for the CW, but the thing is, it feels comfortably familiar as a Superman tale. The show assumes you've seen. The show openly references and openly loves all the different takes on Superman. It doesn't try to give us a fresh new take. It doesn't try to reinvent the wheel. Instead, it gives us a very classic tale while updating, while adding, but never straying away from what makes what has always made Superman, Superman. The Boy Scout loving charm of Donner and Reed, the high-flying action and societal fear of what a god means in our modern world from the Snyderverse, the compassionate, intelligent, empathetic Lois of the comics and the DC animated universe, the high school drama and cheesy CW sincerity.
The animated stuff, holy shit, exactly.
Co-finance, larger budget blender, and juices out a perfect modern take on Superman that fans of any or of every big blue should enjoy. But the big thing, the thing I love the most, the thing that makes Superman and Lois feel so special to me is the simple question the series asks again and again. A question Clark gets asked again and again by his enemies, by his father. A simple question too often asked by us. And that question is why? John Henry Irons believes that the Superman cannot stay good. He believes that we cannot put our faith in any man who swears to protect us. He asks, why? Why can we be so sure he won't go bad and choose power over humanity? Why can we? Why do we trust Superman? We are his people. He will choose his kind over mankind. And then what chance do we have? Morgan Edge Taro asks, why trust them? Why trust humanity? Why trust us? We are a hateful species fueled by fear. Why does Clark continue to care? Why does he choose to protect? And it is a choice. It always has been. There's no guilt from losing someone he loves. There's no torturous curse, no hopeless mission out of fear. Superman is not defined by some great tragedy. He's not trying to atone for his past sins. He's not trying to redeem himself. His heroism wasn't thrusted upon him. He wasn't told to do anything. He isn't attempting to live up to his heritage. He simply made a choice to be a hero, our greatest hero, the world's friend. He chose to be our hope. He chose to love us. Edge tries to force Smallville to become a new Krypton because of the fear he felt as a lost traveler, the pain he felt never belonging and never experiencing hope. He attempts to force Smallville, humanity, to become like him, rule with him, so he is no longer afraid, so he is no longer alone. Irons tries to force the world to see the Superman he saw, force them to fear, force them to feel the anguish he felt when he lost his Lois, his love. And the series constantly forces Clark to keep making a choice again and again. Peace or violence, anger or empathy, fear or love.
Make a choice. Us or them. answer to that is given to us in the very first frame of the show.
I remember coming to this earth, feeling the sun on my face for the first time.
It's
Super
given to us in
memories.
every peaceful moment Clark spends reflecting on his past, on his dad who loved him so unconditionally, on his mother who dedicated her life to helping, to giving her all to her neighbors when she never had all that much to give. It's given to us every time he holds his sons, every time he sees himself, both the beauty and the terror of being different in his boys. The answer to that why is given to us in the title of the damn show, because within all the agony, the tragedy, the harm we inflict on one another, there is always light. There is always Lois. Lois Lane, the best of us, the best we have to offer, the best we can hope to be, always wanting to do the right thing, always having the empathy and understanding to know what that is, ever enduring, ever persevering through her doubt, through her trauma, through all the loss she has experienced. She still manages to stand strong and try her damnedest to be there for everyone in ways those around her never were for her. She's Kal-El's beacon, Superman's heart, and Clark's soul. She's what Clark sees in everyone, in human beings. Instead of seeing small, selfish, indulgent, fearful, hateful, spiteful specks when he soars high above us, he sees love, will, strength, courage, compassion. He sees Lois. And whether it's sitting on the porch sharing a glass of wine after an absurdly long day, or painting Clark's childhood home together with their sons, whether it's embracing on a bench or kissing in the elevator, whether it's sailing high in the clouds or laying peacefully next to each other, whether it's passion or comfort, uncertainty or stability, there is always, without a doubt, such a tangible, fiery, fierce, palpable, oozing, and mature love between these two. And love is hard, man. Loving is hard. Love is trying to have forgiveness for the unforgivable. It's attempting empathy for apathy. It's wishing the best when we've done the worst. It's the most horrifying, all-consuming coldness and the greatest, indescribable, unshakable warmth. It's about withstanding it all, riding an ever-cracking, capsizing sailboat into the rocky, unbearably harsh and frigid waters of life, and somehow still making the choice to share all of yourself with another. Love is the intrepid reporter and the farm boy, seeing, feeling, understanding every part of each other, all the beauty, all the darkness, the secrets never shared before.
I kept my secret from everyone. For so long. And now no more. It's for you.
It's the Supermans and the Pulitzer Prize winners' constant struggle of protecting and nurturing their lives and their love. Love is choosing to stand by each other's side in hopes of feeling, appreciating that sunlight together. Finally, after sailing for so long, reaching that unreachable shore of blissful peace and wanting to share that together. Now, maybe this is sappy, maybe this is all cheesy, maybe this is just downright preach, but that's what love and that's what Superman is, right? We started believing a man can fly a long time ago, but maybe we've forgotten why he flies. Perhaps the struggle of the character should never have been figuring out what world-ending threat Superman must face. It should never have been about bending, contorting the character to fit a modern world. It should have been about, it's always been about, making a god, an alien, a distant traveler, an immigrant, a wholesome boy from Kansas who decides to dedicate his life to saving us feel like us. That's the creative struggle behind all comic book heroes. How do we make these icons inspire? How do we tell these grand mythic stories where the strongest of beings fight away the evil while also making those beings feel like our neighbor, feel like our friend?
There you go, friend.
Superman never needed updating. He never needed to be reinvented. He never needed to be deconstructed. He never needed to go bad for us to care about him being good. He just needed a space, a farm with a beautiful yellow sun in order to shine. We only ever needed to see that, feel the rays of warmth that come not from a superpowered Christ-like figure with the weight of the world on his steel shoulders who can be cut by kryptonite, but from a small small town kid from Kansas whose greatest weakness is that he cares so much. We never needed to believe a man could fly to believe in Superman. We just needed to believe in Clark Kent. And there is no Clark Kent without Lois Lane. There is no Superman without his love. Why? Why is simple. Because he does. He does love. Clark Kent makes the insanely illogical, painful, but hopelessly beautiful choice to put on that goofy outfit, fly high in the sky, look around, and love all of us for all that we are and all that we hopefully someday can be.
Now, I will say, even though I talked about how it's like, okay, you can tell the story, with all the feels and everything like that. That is great. And that is kind of what you ought to be telling if you're going to tell a Superman story that isn't just him punching his way out of things. But with that said, if you can throw in him punching things and punching his way through things and figuring it out while telling the emotional story and all that stuff with the family and how is he gonna get by and da 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 da. I mean, that's just double the fun, right? It's just twice as good. So yeah, I would say, and that's probably the difficulty, but I wouldn't say that's a Superman difficulty. That's a general difficulty with any and all characters to have to try to find where's the, where's the balance. How do you balance that? How do you have him, punch the universe but also save the girl and make them both relevant to one another? And yeah, that's super difficult, but it's not impossible. And I think that's probably why I'm like a Zack Snyder fan, is because he attempts to do that. You know what I mean? I do feel like, Superman and Lois Lane do have a connection in those movies. So that's like score one for him. But I don't know. Hopefully this helps people. I do have within my store I do have like superheroes or whatever. And I'm sure some of those heroes, some of them are more super than others, just like any other superhero thing. So maybe it's not too crazy. For me to have to try to write a Superman story one day. But yeah, when I do that, I'll hopefully remember this and yeah, I should be able to write something decent. I think about these things whenever I listen to all this other stuff. I listen to it for a reason, and I try to see how does it pertain to me and everything that I'm working on. So that way, when I work on my stuff, I actually bring something to it. There's actually a little more going on than just your average whatever. I want to deliver on, all you people, anyone who enjoys this, what I do. I want to deliver to you, I want to be able to deliver greatness, awesomeness. What are we watching now? Oh shit. Anime balls deep. We about to go balls deep. And talking about One Piece.
importance and value in the eyes of the secret government, effectively Imusama, along with us being given more lore on some history of the One Piece world, also keep connecting back to Joyboy himself, a lot of questions arise. The most crucial of them being why. Why is Luffy's devil fruit so important? As previously I explained that Oda's reasoning in giving Luffy the rubber devil fruit in the first place was because it was the most funniest ability he could think of. As mentioned in SES 65, Oda picked the most ridiculous ability that no matter how serious the story gets, Luffy can just stretch and inflate, bringing back the fun onto the plot, whilst giving Oda the chance to fool around. But now, due to chapter 1017 and 1018, we are led to the idea that there is so much more to this, to the point of Luffy's devil fruit being essential to the plot of the story. So in this video, we are going to break down some unique theories explaining why Shanks and the Red Hair Pirates decided to steal the Gomu no Mi, going over the importance of this fruit to Umusama and the world government, especially now that a lot of their secrets and concerns are being leaked, like the information on the legend of the Sun God's Nika. Why is it supposed to be such a secret, and how does it link back to Luffy, the Gomu no Mi, and Luffy's straw hat? I don't know. Before we get further into the video, let me quickly tell you guys about our sponsor, Genshin Impact, an amazing free-to-play open-world action RPG, which you can play on PC, Android, iOS, 4 and 5. With this extent, you can climb around, swim, glide across this beautiful jaw-dropping world, fighting through intriguing challenges, and
So many sponsors.
the game is a lot of fun. You'll spend many hours into it and you won't get bored. So go ahead and click the link in the description to get Genshin Impact on your devices right now. Starting this journey of a lifetime with your friends. Okay, so we already did a video with Liam from Grand Line Review on Luffy's Gear 5. I have a link down in the description below. In that video, I explained how OP Luffy's Gomu no Mi is, given the power of rubber, makes Luffy very versatile, resilient, having amazing tensile strength, along with being tear resistant, electric resistant, impact and shock resistant, so on and so forth. Even without Haki, he was able to defeat Enel, who would probably body the majority of the pirates in the Grand Line, just because of his devil fruit, the Gomu no Mi. But Luffy's ability completely countered it, and just like that, he also counters physical attacks. And being unaffected from physical impact is a huge deal. There is also the idea that rubber is water resistant, so maybe there might be a way for Luffy to be immune to the sea effect, making sea stones and even the sea itself useless against it. But that could be a stretch, yes, unintended. But that possibility is there. Luffy's Gomu no Mi has endless potential, only limited by the user's creativity. So with that, let's get into the importance of this devil fruit. We first see the Gomu no Mi in chapter 1, where an 8-year-old Luffy mistakes it for a dessert and eats the whole fruit, whilst Shanks and his crew were dealing with Hikuma and his bandits. They only notice when Luffy starts stretching his arms around like rubber. The reaction that we see here from Shanks and his crew is unlike any other. These guys are always calm and collected, not even caring much if they get drinks smashed in their faces. However, here with Luffy eating the Gomu no Mi, the whole crew goes on a frenzy. Lucky Root even says that they took the fruit from the enemy ship, implying that their purpose in going after that enemy ship was the Gomu no Mi. Now you could just chalk up Shanks' reaction to the fact that their pirates and devil fruit sells for 100s of millions of berries and they lost that treasure. However, from what we know about Shanks as a character and Bear Rogers' hat, he doesn't care much for wealth and money. And I doubt that he himself personally wanted to consume the fruit, as I believe that Shanks values his ability to swim, so maybe it was for Lucky Root or another member of his crew. But to me, it seemed that this devil fruit meant something much more to him, especially after chapter 1017, where we learned that the world government were the ones transporting it, and Shanks stole it from them. And it wasn't just any transport vessel, it had the CP9 member Who's Who guarding the fruit. And considering Who's Who is said to be on par and rival with Rob Lucy in the past, the world government took this fruit pretty seriously. And the key thing to note is that Cyclops is directly under the 5 elders and Imusama. So it's not just any government mission. Imusama wanted this fruit. And after Shanks and his crew stole the Gomu no Mi, Who's Who was given a severe punishment, being sent to impel down. Begging the question on why would the government put Who's Who behind bars for simply using a devil fruit. Rob Lucy and the rest of CP9 let Ennie's lobby be destroyed by Buster Corden and let the Straw Hats walk free after burning down the government's flag. But they instead got promoted to CP0. From this, it's clear that there's definitely something very special about Luffy's Gomu Gomu no Mi. So let's answer the question, why did Shanks and the Red-Haired Pirates even take the Gomu Gomu no Mi from Who's Who and the world government? So the first thing that comes to mind, now hear me out, okay? You guys need to keep an open mind for this. The reason Shanks took the Gomu Gomu no Mi from the world government was to assist in Joy Boy's mission and to prevent the government from feeding this fruit to the Red Line so it can't be destroyed.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard.
Okay, come on, guys. Trust in balls deep future sight. Hear me out.
Balls deep future sight.
We should kind of
Fuck
get where
yeah.
this theory is going. So most of us in the community believe that the true objective of One Piece is for all the seas to be united, forming all blue. A free sea by destroying the Red Line. We have seen multiple foreshadowings implying that this will eventually happen. For example, Laboon smashing his head on the Red Line, wanting to destroy his
Laboon.
and the barrier stopping him from reuniting with his friends in the Wombat Pirates. Let's not forget about Madame Shirley's prophecy about Luffy destroying Fishman Island, which is directly below the Red Line and will be destroyed alongside the Big Red Wall. The plan to bring the seas together was formulated by Joy Boy over 800 years ago, along with the mission to unite all races of the world as equal beings with no discrimination. This meant no slaves and no slave masters. Joy Boy, along with his people, were the direct enemy of the 20 allied kingdoms in his time. These 20 kingdoms now form the world government, and the royal descendant of these kingdoms, apart from Madagascar, lived their lives as celestial dragons above the Red Line in Marijoa. Joy Boy and the closest people who followed him left their will to their descendants, the people of D. Hence why the Ds are the natural enemy of the celestial dragons. If you guys are still not convinced, then go watch the end of One Piece video linked to the pinned comment and description below, where I go further in depth with more evidence for this theory. Anyways, coming back to why the world government wouldn't want this has to do with the celestial dragons. If the Red Line were to be destroyed, then the so-called gods of the One Piece world, whose heaven is right on top of the Red Line, would also be destroyed. Of course, this would be a fantastic thing for the One Piece world and its people. However, this would mean that the world government and the celestial dragons would lose their grip and balance of power in this new reality. This is also one of the main reasons why they have stopped the flow of information regarding the Void Century, the Poneglyphs, and the Ancient Kingdom. Their grip on power is loosening, especially with the introduction of Roger, the Pirate King, and the people of Ohara being inches away from figuring it all out. What better way to cement your power on the world than to nullify one of the only actions that could topple your regime, make it so that the Red Line becomes indestructible, and for that they need the Gomu Gomu no Mi. As we already know, cannon fire, huge blast, any blunt force seems to not affect Luffy at all, as it just bounce off him. And we already know the government has the capability of feeding devil fruits to inanimate objects, like Spandam's sword, which had consumed the elephant fruit. The genius Vegapunk was able to do this with his experimentation, and even if it couldn't feed the fruit to the Red Line, it's not impossible that Vegapunk wouldn't be able to try to reverse engineer the fruit and give its properties to the Red Line. Okay, not enough of that crackpot theory. Let's talk about something more grounded. Like the reason Shanks stole the Gomu Gomu no Mi from the world government was so that he could give Buggy the fruit and make him pretty much untouchable. Think about it. Shanks was the one who accidentally fed Buggy the Butter Butter no Mi. He must have then found a way to feed Buggy his second fruit, the Gomu Gomu no Mi. One fruit makes it so he can't be sliced, and the other makes it so he can't be hit by blunt force. It was all just hiding in plain sight.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man? Bro, I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.
Jokes aside, guys, the next real possible reason why Shanks and the world government put so much value in the Gomu Gomu no Mi was because it was the fruit and power that Joy Boy possessed. It would honestly make sense why the world government put such a big priority on the fruit for sending an elite member of the Cyclops 9 to retrieve it. Because everything from the time of the Void Century seems to be something they want to lock up forever, just like we saw in chapter 906, where Iwasama, the one who pulls all the string of the world, literally has a giant straw hat hidden underground in Marijoa. So it would only be natural for Iwu and the government to lock up the Gomu Gomu no Mi associated with Joy Boy. This would also explain why Shanks was after the fruit. Even though he didn't visit Laugh Tale with Roger, there's a high chance that later he found out all the information on what happened. Shanks traveled with Roger, and knowing about Joy Boy, he would of course not want this treasure to fall into the hands of the world government. Not just that, but time and time again, we see characters in One Piece follow a destined will or a destined path with the name D, all aiding the path to the Harvest Dawn. We see this with Jaguar D. Soul, Happy Robin, Corazon saving Trafalgar D. Law, all of their survival aiding in Luffy's dream to become the Pirate King and to be free. So, just like how Odin wanted to open up Wano for Joy Boy's return, Shanks could also retrieve the fruit from the government for the preparation of Joy Boy. No wonder Shanks was shocked and pissed when Luffy ate the fruit. However, when Rayleigh thinks back to Shanks mentioning Luffy, he was in a joyous mood as Luffy said the same words as Roger. In the end, Shanks seeing the fruit, which held much history, ended up with a boy like Luffy who depicted characteristics like his former captain. He betted on the future and gave Luffy his straw hat, which was passed down.
Now, with 40 more of your favorite toys remaining, can you find the sequel Rare Gold? Out now!
And again, this hat being similar to the giant straw hat Imusama holds shows huge significance. Shanks might have realized all the lines are adding up and Luffy might have been a prophesized sovereign. I covered everything you need to know about this sovereign in the video about Luffy being Joy Boy, so check that out. I actually gave a lot of evidence. But on that topic, in chapter 1018, we learned something which reinforces this whole theory. During Who's Who fight with Jinbei, he revealed that apparently in ancient times, slaves would believe in a legendary warrior that would eventually come and save them. This warrior was known as the sun god Nika. It would be said that he would be able to bring laughter to their lips and free them from their suffering. This information seemed to be very controversial, as when the gods in Impel Down that informed Who's Who about this legend disappeared. Who's Who speculated that this story wasn't meant to be shared, and even hearing about it put his life in danger. This sentiment was confirmed as CP0 was sent to assure that Who's Who doesn't make it out alive during this raid. So knowing that Imusama and the 5 elders wants to hide this legend, along with punishing Who's Who for losing the Gomu no Mi, it gives us reason to believe that the sun god might have been Joy Boy's alias, or at least has some relations. Joy Boy during his time was planning to bring the fish people to land where they would be able to see the sun. Our understanding of Joy Boy was that of a liberator, just like the sun god Nika is portrayed to be. Now the term sun god in One Piece isn't really a new one, like if you go way back to the Skypiea arc, the Shandians used to worship the sun god and even make human offerings to this deity. Fishman Island also has many motifs that references their relation to the sun, and Otohime, the deceased queen and mother of Shirahoshi, had a huge admiration for the sun. Now, obviously, this might have been due to the promise that was made with Joy Boy back in the days, to go all the way to land and see the sun and whatnot, but there is a huge indication here. We also learned from Big Mom that the giants of the Elbaf celebrated the death and rebirth of the sun through the Winter Solstice Festival. So again, the theme of the sun god isn't really new. However, I believe it's likely that this sun god Nika is either Joy Boy, whose legend remained and was distorted to the point of even being deified. We know this happens even in our world, where a man of influence and admiration is deified. Even in One Piece, Usopp was given the title of God during the Dressrosa arc. It won't be far-fetched to say that in 1,000 years' time, the story of Usopp would be even further exaggerated, where there might be a tribe of people worshipping the god Usopp figure. Let's be real now. I'm pretty sure there's a tribe right now from Dressrosa doing that. Now, the other possibility is that the god son Nika was a legend even before Joy Boy, and Joy was trying to embody Nika's ideals. But where does Monkey D. Luffy fit in all of this? Well, if you go by our original theory that Luffy is Joy's embodiment, then that would make him effectively the embodiment of Nika as well. Also, there's a lot of similarities with the illustration we were given. Nika's arms and legs seem to be very bendy, as though he had eaten the Gomu no Mi. And if you go back to the Skypiea arc, Oda has straw hats and Luffy dancing around the campfire. Luffy's imagery is heavily represented with his troll face embedded into Nika's silhouette. Lastly, there is also the idea that the straw hat represents the mission that Joy Boy was trying to accomplish. Abolishing slavery is one thing, but to make the entire sea free is another. The straw hat is a representation of this. The red ribbon on the hat is meant to show the separation between the sea and the sun and the world by the red line. There is a notion that's going around that once Luffy accomplishes destroying the red line and being the pirate king, the straw hat will no longer possess the value it once did. The red ribbon on it will also break, and it will become a simple straw hat, also being the imagery of what One Piece is. This ties everything together. The Gomu no Mi, the legend of the sun god Nika, along with the giant straw hat, the Imusama. They are all connected to Joy Boy and the mission to free the world. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Don't forget to smash that like button so we can continue doing One Piece weekly. Also, don't forget to pistol that notification bell so you are updated in everything we post. And you guys, I'll catch you lot till next time.
So glad those guys started working on One Piece stuff. I think I started watching them for like Attack on Titan stuff, I believe. Big Mommy Milk. Oh, okay.
Well, let's get out of this cold, man. Oh God, please don't let there be anything.
Yeah, so now I got Dante Ravioli playing Resident Evil 8. Believe it or not, I am still not over Resident Evil 8. I haven't, I don't play video games anymore, so I just watch playthroughs of it. And I've probably already watched like 3 or 4, if not 5 playthroughs of, Resident Evil Village. And here I am back again watching another one. This is Dante Ravioli, another YouTube channel. YouTuber. He makes a lot of Resident Evil videos, which is probably how I found him. And yeah, man, he does like a lot of challenge videos. So especially like when the Resident Evil 2 remake came out, his he was doing a whole bunch of videos on like what can you do, knives only, guns only, slaps only, just whatever challenges exist. Like he has a ton of them. So I watch him because he's super entertaining. And so yeah, I guess he uploaded an entire playthrough of the game, kind of like Rad Brad, how Rad Brad did it. So yeah, I started watching that because I'm still not over it, and I still haven't like really put a final, the final thing together that I wanted to talk about as far as like Resident Evil goes, or Resident Evil Village, and what Capcom is doing and everything. I kind of, I really want to say something about it. I wish I had like video editing capabilities with my laptop. Like I have the software, but it took me 8 hours just to render and put together a 1-minute video. You could watch my sad video on YouTube. As like the intro video. That was just me doing like a test shot, but because the test footage took so long to render out, I was just like, oh, I'm not I'm not gonna shoot this for real. So what I uploaded there to welcome people to my channel is just a rough render, which obviously isn't like the best representation of what what I'd like to go for. But like, yeah, after I saw how like underperforming my laptop is for this stuff, I thought maybe because I had the software, I was like, all right, I'll be able to do it. It shouldn't be too bad. I figured, rendering is going to be a problem. It always is. Or be an issue or take up a lot of time. But it was struggle city. And I was just like, okay, I guess I'm just going to let this ride for now until, I actually have the means to do it better. And yeah, I just haven't yet, so. So yeah, I'm gonna let him ride in the background. He's playing in the beginning, like at the very beginning, where you're walking in the forest all lost and shit. So I never watched his live playthroughs. So far, I think he might be like over.
Oh God, where's my baby?
Um,
Can I run? No? Okay. Hello?
like just talking a lot.
Please. Go.
Over commentating, that's the word. It's like let the game breathe, you know.
Oh, dude, really?
But
You
whatever.
just, like, crawled under. You didn't have to cut yourself on it already.
Look at me telling people
Jesus
how to
Christ.
do their
We're
shit
like
like
too
I'm
deep for the
any
game.
better.
What? Oh god. Oh god. Why am I walking in the middle of the forest? Oh god. Don't do that. Okay. Oh god, so many. What is happening? Okay. Poor crow. Can I like aim my flashlight? No. Wait, whoa, did they hang that crow? Ooh! He committed. Okay. Oh god, poor crow. He must have been depressed. Okay, keep going. Oh god, why are there so many dead crows? Oh! Stop. Stop. Chill out. Be quiet. Wait, should I free him? Sorry, buddy, I guess you're trapped there for life. I mean, I can't help you. I did everything I could. Okay, can I, like, get out of this spooky forest? Chris! Oh, shit. Hello? Did I just see a goblin? Hello? Okay, I'm not scared yet, guys. Don't worry. I'm usually terrified, but I'd like to be able to see in front of me. What's here? Just trash. Okay, that's irresponsible. And we finally made. Oh god, thank god. Wait, which way? Hello? Okay, let's go into the goddamn cabin. I need to start a fire. Hello? Hello? My name's Ethan Winters. I came here to find my daughter. Oh, very high tech. Okay. Hello? Quick, turn it on. Waste the water. Oh, wait, did I save water? Okay, save the water. Hello? Anybody? Is there a demon in here? Oh, shit! Oh my god, who left that on the floor? Jesus Christ, you're gonna give me a heart attack. Oh, what is that? Nothing? Alright. Hey, chill out, buddy. Bonjour? Okay. Oh. God, it's a deer head. It reminds me of Evil Dead. Yo. This is bringing back spooky memories of Resident Evil 7. Listen, buddy, why are you doing this to me, Chris? I thought you were a good guy. Unless you're a clone. I'm just gonna assume everybody's a clone. Oh, God. That doesn't look like a good idea. But I guess it's the only way forward. Oh, God. It's a cute little mouse. Little rat. Oh, God, I don't want to turn around. Oh. Wait, really? Okay. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, shit! Okay. A little bit less scary than I thought it would be. Wait a minute. Is somebody upstairs? Hello? Should I be going up, back up? Jack? Is that you? What? Oh. Hey! Jesus Christ, bro. Really? Hello? Okay. Oh, that looks so realistic, man. Wow. Was that lady Dementis Drew? I'm sorry, I don't know how to say her name. Must have been a werewolf, right? Oh, finally we can see it's morning. Thank God. Okay, let's go. Yep. Whoa. Yeah, baby, freedom. I'm gonna find you. Man, this is cool so far. I like when games start off in a winter scene. Oh, winter setting. Wow. Yes, baby. Back to like the horror elements. I mean, I like Resident Evil 7 as well, but this one just caught my attention a lot more. I don't know. There's something about Resident Evil 7 I didn't like, but it's still fine. It was fine, but this one just blew me away by the trailer. I knew I had to pre-order.
let this be my favorite Resident Evil game. Oh god, why are there so many dead animals, dude? I'm gonna get dislikes on the video. I didn't do it, okay? Hello? Hello? Okay. By the way, if, never mind. I already asked for too much at the beginning. Subscriptions. Should I go in there? Hello? Oh. Uh-oh. Okay, how do I do my flashlight? I don't know. Yeah, sure, dude. This is totally not like a horror type situation. Oh god, what happened here? Oh, Jesus Christ, let me out. Oh. What? I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that. Must have been the wind. Okay, let's go back here. Ah, trash. Dude, this place is a dump. Jesus Christ. What kind of shitty village is this? Oh, this is bringing back some Resident Evil 4 memories, man. I love it. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the coat. If the hollers let him go, I choose this way because the body probably didn't go this way. I assume. Hello? Listen, I don't have any weapons, so I'm probably safe, right? I don't know if I should be, like, looting anything. Wait, that was Rosemary's favorite. Hello? Are there demon? What? Hello? Jesus Christ, man, it's spooky. Who's on my roof? Who's on my roof? Okay, well, continuing on. Do not enter. I'll probably follow that advice. What? Oh, hello, crows. Listen, buddy, I'm gonna get revenge for your boy, okay? Oh, dude, why is the map so big? Hello? Dog kennels, great, okay. What? Hello? Anybody out there? I don't know where to be looking for, like, jump scares and stuff, you know? Should I be looking out the window? Hello? Oh, God. Eggs. Can I step on them? No? Come on, man. Is it safe back here? I know there's a lot of blood. Can I climb up here? Okay. This is starting to spook me out. Hello? Who's home? Oh, I've already been here. God damn it. God, quick. I didn't know. Okay, let's go check out the do not enter sign. Or maybe this place first, actually. Hello? Okay, a lot of animal shit. I get it. Okay. You're gonna be a werewolf? Huh? You know what? I shouldn't make predictions like that, because then people think I've already played the game. Oh, god damn it. I have to go this spooky way where the body was dragged. Okay. Alright. I'll do it. Man. Okay. I thought that was like a little bear in the road, but it was just the wheel for the tractor. What is this? Okay, yeah, okay. Goat heads, why not? Think this is normal, huh? Hello? Wait, let me check some settings real quick. Aim assist off. Why is it on? Okay. Whew. For some reason, aim assist is on. Hello? Locked due to missing homeowner. Wait, how can you read that? What the hell? What kind of language is that, man? Please let me on gold. Jesus Christ. Hello? Oh, you can break one of these, man. Kick it. Can I punch? Kick. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, nice, man. I can defend myself now. Ah! Yeah. Oh yes, they did the good inventory. Finally, we haven't gotten one of these since Resident Evil 4. Thank you, Capcom. Oh my god. Finally, dude. What is that? there's something spooky going on here. Okay? You saw a bunch of blood. Stop pretending. Jesus Christ. Okay. What is that? Huh? Stupid old lady. Oh. Okay. I see. What the shit? Chill out, dude. Oh, please don't die immediately, man. You're my only hope. Sorry, I didn't mean to help. God, you seem like a good guy, okay? Oh God, who's coming?
What the hell was that?
Is it a vampire? Give me your gun. Give me your gun right now. I swear to God, I'll kill you. Please let me stay out. Oh, thank you. I was about to rob you, but okay, you're a good guy. Okay, we're gonna hold down this fort together. Jesus Christ.
We're about to hold this fort down together. Sure.
No! No! Oh God, my only friend. Oh God, no. You should have given me his gun. What a piece of shit. Oh God. Listen, man. Hello? Oh God. Listen, oh God. There's more. No. What's happening? Hello? Oh God, are you okay? Hello? You still awake there, buddy? Okay, I'll just leave you alone for now. Wait, go back. I want to see if I still have something back there. Yeah, we get it. Oh, what? Old man Jenkins, is that you, buddy? Did you survive? Hello? Oh, get the hell off me! What's wrong with you? Oh, God, it's a werewolf. Oh, no! Bro, really? You know, I lost my hand once before, dude. Jesus Christ. Oh. Oh, shit. Get your gun out. Oh, this goddamn werewolf. Do I run or... Oh, okay. Take some of that, buddy! Stop talking my goddamn hands! Back off. Suck on this, idiot. Back off me! Jesus Christ. Dude, chill. Please don't make me waste all my ammo on you. Get out, God! How much God, get out, God, get off me! Stop it! Bro, really? Do you have to die someday? Hello? Oh, God. Oh, my fingers. Give me back my fingers. Did I cut them? Oh, God, don't look at that. Oh, I pressed sideways. Give me back my fingers. I'll cut open your stomach. Well, he took a little more effort than I thought he should. Oh, a family photo. So cute. Look. So how do I pull out my gun? Okay, up. Jesus Christ, man, chill out. Great, now I lost, what, a finger and a half? Hello? Listen, I don't want to fight, okay? I just want to go back home safe and sound. You know, I'm going to have my gun out because I'm kind of freaked out. You know, that guy took a lot of... Hello? Oh God, he's not dead. Run. What is that? Oh, chem fluid, hell yeah. What else we got? An herb? Okay. So, wait, where'd it go? Items can be crafted in the crafting menu. Oh. Do I make it? What? Okay. Hey, I got a trophy. That's pretty cool. I should probably have turned those off, but I just bought a PS5 like a month ago, so I did not realize. I might turn it off for future episodes because that's going to be annoying. Listen, I want my daughter, man. Oh God. Okay, full cutter time. God, dude, why do you have to bite off the fingers on that hand? I mean, I'm used to it happening, but... Hello? Bonjour? Anybody else want some, huh? I'm not scared of you. I wonder how badly I did on that part. I think I missed a couple shots. Also, how do I turn on my goddamn flashlight? Did they say? Or is it like automatic? Oh, oh, God. Who's in there? No, I'm not going in there. Screw that. Oh, but I kind of want to, actually. Hello? Listen. You don't want this fight. Oh, it's white back there. Wait, what? Oh, cool. You can barricade things. But I kind of wanted to go back out there. And they let you put it back. That is so awesome. What did I miss? Did I miss anything back here? You know, I think it might be safe to stay in the house for now. Quick, barricade the effing door. Okay. Hopefully I didn't... Wait, didn't I see somebody drag someone in here? Should I probably not lock myself in? Oh, God, I don't know. Who's that? Okay, so I think I decided I'm actually going to, unbarricade the door. Oh! Oh! Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Quick! Oh, God. Hello? Hello? Oh, shit! Okay. I'm okay. Hello? Quick, barricade the door! Quick! Okay, I'm safe. Let's go, baby. What is this? Chem fluid, okay, I'll take it. I will take. Oh, Jesus Christ. I knew I should have barricaded some more. Frick. Suck on that. How do you like that, huh? Oh, please don't come through the roof. Quick! Unbarricade the door again! Run! Oh, God, barricade the door again! Please leave me alone. God! Listen, boys, men, gentlemen, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight, you idiot. Wait a minute. How many are there? Hello? God, what do I do? Get the freak out of my house! God, can I kill them? Stop it! God,
Stop it.
get out of my house! What's wrong? Can you effing die? Is that an option? You know what? Come over here. Get smacked up. Come on. I'm saving my ammo. Oh, God damn it! Get out of my house! What the shit's happening? Please. I'm sorry. Oh, God. Okay, boys, it's time to go. I think we've been in here a little bit too long. Excuse me. Let me out! Oh, God. No. Get over here, boy. Come on. I'm gonna pick you up, okay? I call only challenge, baby. Oh, God. Stop fighting me. Get over here. They don't... Oh, God. Please. Okay, I think I've decided to float my hand down. God damn it. What do I do? Please, let me... Get out of the way. Nope. No. You don't have an ammo. Oh, God. What's happening? Okay, I get it, dude. I get it. Oh, my God. I don't know what to do. Run. Quick, let me out. Oh, God. Listen, buddy. Listen. This isn't funny anymore. Bring it on! Get out of my house! God, I wasted every goddamn bullet I own. I know I waste a lot of ammo on you. Oh, shit. Run. I'm now officially out of every... Oh god, okay. Help! Somebody... Wait, can I talk on the radio? Okay. Alright. Listen, men, gentlemen, I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm so sorry. I see you up there. Who do you think I am? You think I'm dumb, huh, buddy? I'm not gonna go that way. You must think I'm some kind of idiot, huh? Dude, these enemies are actually tricky. Oh, yes! Oh, thank God. They're nothing like the ones from Resident Evil 7, I'll tell you that much. What's in the bucket? Ah! Bring it on now, sucker! I have ammo! Oh, you're scared, huh? You're scared to face me now? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I freaking thought.
He's coming up on that part. Wonder if he's gonna figure that
I
out.
killed one of your boys. How do you feel about that, huh? Idiot. No, wait! I'll run once I grab the gun. Okay, now I'll run. Give me ammo, give me ammo. Wait, should I loot things? I don't know. Just don't need to run. Hello? Okay, can you guys, like, stop? Sorry. Jesus Christ, I did not mean to. Oh, okay. Are you dead? Huh? Huh? Good boy. You dead. Oh, God. Well, I don't need loot anyway. I'm just gonna... I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry I killed your friends. I didn't mean it. Okay, run. Run, 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 run. The loot's not worth it, baby. Whoa. Anybody else down here? Or is it just me? Oh, hey. So the werewolves can use weapons. That's great. It's full of flour. Attack flour bags. Great fun smoke. Flammo. Take that. Suckers. Oh, God. What the heck? They know how to use bows? They're becoming sentient. Shit. Ah! Back off me. Run! Stay away. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry. Oh, my God! Oh, please let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in. Close the door. John, stay out of my house. Oh, thank God, an explosive barrel. Come on in, buddies. I got a little gift for you. What do you think about that, huh? I got a little explosive barrel. Please stop. Jesus Christ. Oh, I can climb the ladder. Come on. Quick, quick, quick. Now I'm the guy on top. I don't know if I should be like wasting my ammo on them. Listen, buddies. Listen. Ha! Don't wait, you sucker! Run away. Yo, gentlemen. Let me in, let me in, let me in. Okay. Alright, come over here. Come over here. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. Ah! Like that, huh? Give me your scrap. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me in. Oh, God, I'm sorry. Listen, gentlemen. Come in the building. I have a little gunpowder surprise for you. A little barrel. Come on. Oh, wait. Didn't I lock myself out? Uh-oh. Sheesh. Okay, get a little bit closer. A little bit closer. A little bit closer. Come here. Come here. Oh, God, get off. Well, I think I've... Oh! Well, hi there, buddy. What is happening? What is that thing? Oh, God. Run! Oh, I don't get paid enough to do this. Quick! Let me out! I am so sorry, guys. Oh, Jesus Christ. Run, run, run. Get off! Bring off! Run! Get off! Oh, God, where do I go? Where do I go? Oh, wait, I think I know where I go. I go back to the do not enter place, right? Quick, get in! There must be something over here. God, I don't know where I'm going. Oh, out of the way. Thank you. Sorry. Oh, God. Oh, God, another dead end. Wait, give me your scraps. Hey, chill out, dude. I don't want to die on the very first fight. Get away.
He's Canadian.
God damn you! Is that scripted? Oh, thank God. It was scripted, right? Listen, dude, I didn't mean to kill half your friends, okay? It was self-defense. Oh, God. Oh, damn, what the heck? It's like right at the eight. Okay, look, I know this is a bad situation. Oh, God, no. Please don't kill me. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Okay, hi.
Oh wow, he survived it on the first go.
Thank you.
Wonder if he's playing on like
I don't know how to fight.
normal or something.
Kind of looks like Santa Claus. Yeah, I know the situation looks bad. Oh, jeez, you're ugly. I didn't mean that in a bad way. Oh, thank God I talked my way out of that situation. Holy shit. It was probably the part where I called him ugly. Oh, if I wasn't so smart, I would have died there. Are you an idiot? You're supposed to break the arrow and then pull it out the other side. Oh my God, you just yanked it through your flesh. Jesus. Okay, so why did they spare me but not the Mr. Jenkins? I kind of feel bad. Oh, come on, now I'm a Ninja Turtle, dude. Give me a break. Grandma? What? Did you save my life? I love old women. But I'll beat the shit out of you if you're evil. Another trophy. Dude, I'm loving this game and these enemies. It's like, it's bringing back so many good memories of Resident Evil 4. Just what it should.
Nice.
Now, should I go around this whole town looting? Is that a thing? Can I jump through here? Oh, shoot, you can. Okay. Oh, this is the building where I... Okay, did I loot everything? Also, can I just check the map? We'll try that. Let's see if there's like a... Is there a map I can use? Oh! Oh, okay, good. So I know, okay, I looted everything in here. Is there anything I missed in the town? Well, either way, we know for a fact this building's fine. Okay, don't twist your ankle now, buddy. You got enough problems. Ah, Crystal Skull. So we're playing Indiana Jones now. I can probably sell that to my boy, the merchant. Crystallized remains of a sharp-fanged creature. Spooky. You know, let's make another help because I seem to suck at this game. God, I can't call myself a Resident Evil pro after this trash.
Huh.
You know, I think I pretty well looted everything, right? I might just check here real quick. Oh, okay. So I need to go back over there. Okay, let's go back there real quick. Yeet. Which building was it? This one? Right? What the heck? God, my sense of direction is horrible. Right here, right? Okay, so somewhere in here. What you got for me, building? Got some goodies, huh? Come on, I could use them. Oh God, can I bust through here with a knife? God damn it! Let me in! I don't have time for this bullshit. Did I loot this building? Okay. Sorry, but my memory is like, I don't know, 2-year-olds, I guess. I mean, oh! Yes, handgun ammo! That's gonna come in handy. And what do we have here? Some kind of device. I see.
All right.
Did I never even go in this building?
What are we at? Going on 2 hours? Looks about okay. I did 3 of each. And if it's any wonder what I'm working on, it was just like yesterday how I worked on these 2. Today I worked on these 2. And yeah. So you got like this darker leather jacket here, and then this more beige one. And yeah, just playing with the like a smaller leather jacket that kind of rides up almost like a biker jacket kind of thing, and then one longer one, and with the stripes in it and everything. And yeah, man, that's just playing with either. Obviously, got the boots on. You can't see what he's wearing underneath, and here he has like pants and everything, which you would expect. Probably looks a little bit more legit. And then one where, he's like wearing a vest and these like little boy shorts, even with the boots, which is hilarious. Um, Again, man, just playing with ideas and having fun, most importantly. So yeah, hopefully you guys are enjoying this as much as I am. Hopefully you guys are seeing like, oh, okay, yeah, you could do a bunch of things with it. So, him uh, unbuttoned, unzipped, wearing it around, using his chains as like a holder, almost like a Spawn's cape. How Spawn has like those pegs here and holds it together. Something similar. So he's wearing it more kind of like a cape-ish or one-piece-ish, how all the admirals or anybody in that show who has a jacket doesn't ever wear the jacket. They just put it on like a cape. So just doing something similar here and seeing, just playing with ideas, seeing what I want to do and what I can do and all that other stuff. So yeah, I like it. I think this is another good one. So yeah, that's I'm gonna call it at that for today's episode. Again, I want to thank everyone who watches these things, and yeah, man, I'm G Mr. Drew. That's at G Mr. Drew on all social media. You can follow, like, and subscribe. Links are in bio along with my website, gmrdrew.art. You can check that out. I have merch stores in there. All my work that I've worked on, you can see anything and everything that I've done. I do a whole lot more than just traditional media and work in my sketchbook, but I've, been an artist for over 20 years and everything. Been working for money and everything, freelancing for over 20 years. So, I got a whole lot of stuff that you can check out, and you can contact me, hit me up, let me know if you want work. You could also just support me on Patreon, as well as get commissions from me through Patreon, depending on the tier that you get. You check those out, as well as if you don't want to do that, you just want to commission me straight up. There's Fiverr for that, so check me out on Fiverr. And other than that, man, that's it. I just want to thank you for watching the Andrew Glowczewski Experience, episode 194, working on character concepts. And yeah, man, I think this is a whole lot of fun. And it's interesting, So I have all these pictures of the character that I'm doing here. And it's like, okay, cool, a bunch of portraits. And now, working on all these here, it's like, okay, now he's starting to come together a little bit more. And he's not even the main character. He's just one of the other characters that's in here. But he is pretty important, and he does play a big role. So, yeah, it's interesting to see him and piece these things together. I'm actually kind of curious to see where the series goes as I work on more characters and more fashions and more styles and things like that. Again, I'm just feeling things out. I don't know how much of the world is going to be separated and how much of the world is going to be together, how much it's going to be like in unison, with styles and everything like that kind of being like obvious or not. But they'll certainly all be my own. Either way, I want to thank you all for watching. Peace.